Li Ying deserves this award because she's always been open to challenges, has a very optimistic personality, and is a overall public health champion.
My name is Li Ying. I graduated back in 2018 as a public health graduate. There were so many people who I met that inspired me to work in the field of public health and to continue doing community service. Obviously, the first initial beginning, even way before going to school or anything, is my mom. She has always been such a big advocate on doing healthy activities or going to school and doing better. Seeing her as a strong woman influenced me to go to St. Kate's because St. Kate's was an all-girls school, and I know that if I went to a school where they were dedicated to supporting women to higher education, then it would support me to becoming somebody who's more advanced in academics and as a leader. I've always been an introvert my whole life. I'm not that good at public speaking, talking in big groups, and I never thought of myself as a leader until I actually came to St. Kate's and gave me opportunities I thought that I could never do. I never thought, I can lead anything, or I never thought that I could, handle any task that was challenging. But coming to St. Kate's, they just gave me that opportunity and made me feel that, even as an introvert, you can do a lot more things, and it doesn't always have to be somebody who's the one that's always talking or the front person to do all these tasks.
I think that she's an amazing leader and definitely deserves this Alumni Award because she is such a good role model for the younger classmen and to her peers. She showcases great persistence and perseverance in achieving her dreams and her goals. So I think that it makes a huge difference in the community to see a fellow sister, someone who looks like you, someone to look up to with such great success. Anyone impacted would feel motivated to do what she does, or even more so.
I think the most satisfying thing about my work is being able to communicate with the community and get to know them. Because when I first graduated, I learned a lot about public health, but I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. And with the pandemic here, I think it allowed me to really put all my skills that I learned at St. Kate's to use. Now with my job, St. Kate's has taught me all these skills that I didn't think I would be using, but now I am. I'm talking more with the community. I'm starting to write all these grants that can help for programs to continue funding for multiple health programs that are really needed for the community.
Li's impact on her community is great and influential. With everything she's done so far for the St. Kate's community and her own, I believe she can empower the youth to become more aware of local and global issues. Realizing their own individual capacity and inspiring them to take personal actions on making the positive changes they want to see. Li's work does truly reflect on her passion for health advocacy. St. Kate's was just the beginning of her leadership initiation, but not the end, which is why I'm inspired to follow her footsteps.
Li is so deserving of the Alumni Award because I think her leadership is just so contagious. Her energy is contagious. She has an ability to get people pumped for something.
Audrey lives St. Kate's mission and values every day in who she is and in all that she does. She's a highly influential, highly regarded, and very visionary leader in our community.
Hello, I'm Audrey Becher. I'm a 1983 graduate of St. Catherine's. I graduated with a double major in English and Library Science. St. Kate's had a profound impact on my life, and I grew, growing up in a real small town in a very traditional household. So it was a shock when I went to St. Kate's, but it was so empowering to see the women leaders. I was an athlete growing up. The girls got all the crappy gym times. So boys got right after school. We got 6:30 in the morning, or we got late at night. Coming to St. Kate's and to all of a sudden be in a place where it wasn't this automatic disadvantage, and that just opened my eyes to what a different world it could be. So that had a lot of impact. And also the huge focus on social justice at St. Kate's also had an impact on my life, and just trying to build a world that's more fair.
Audrey was a leader on her teams. She led by example, working hard at practices. And Audrey was competitive. She loved to win. But one of her most important qualities was her kindness, interacting with her teammates, often with her encouragement and smiles.
My daughter is now a graduate of St. Kate's. She finished up in 2020. I feel like it ties us together in that way to have the strong tradition of strong women. It means a lot to me.
And she deserves this Alumni Relations Award because of her work for the community and drive to always bring equity to the center of everything that she does. She's been able to do this through over 20 years of the Rochester Library, bringing those values to the community. She also has brought me up with the same beliefs so that I can go out and make a difference in my community.
So libraries have always been my happy place. You know, for me growing up, the library was a great experience. But as I've moved through my career, I really believe that libraries are the only place in most communities where people of all income levels interact productively together, where there's no price to get in, you can stay as long as you want. All of those things have really, that joins my love of libraries with the importance of social justice. And in terms of my career, I am really proud of the things we've accomplished together at the library. I look at some of the programs that we have going on at the Rochester Public Library. I think about the Seed Library. I think of Rochester Reading Champions, which is a literacy program. And our average increase in reading level for kids is 2.8 grades. And I am so proud of that program. I'm proud of the equity work that we've been doing. We're on a journey. The thing that is most satisfying about my work is the ability to make a difference and to really see that the work that we do in the community really matters to people, and that gives me the most satisfaction.
Congratulations, Audrey. On behalf of all of us,
congratulations, Audrey!
I feel that Marna deserves the Alumni Award because she exemplifies what it means to be an ally. She exemplifies what it means to be in solidarity with communities when it's about power with, not power over.
My name is Marna Anderson, and I attended the Masters in Organizational Leadership program at the University of St. Kate's. I think the reason I chose St. Kate's was because of the mission of the university, their approach to leadership, really looking at leadership much more broadly, and also the focus on ethics, I thought was really, really important. That is, well, what is true for me about what I learned at the MAL program and I bring forth is really recognizing that that we're all dependent on one another to get done what we want to get done, particularly if you're working in a social justice nonprofit organization. And you really have to, I think, consciously create a different environment.
I think the thing that I most appreciate about Marna's leadership is the way that she can take an environment and make it into an invitation.
The work I do at Nonviolent Peace Force is lead the U.S. office. We're an international organization with our headquarters in Geneva. Our largest program is in South Sudan, and then we're also working in Iraq, Myanmar, and the Philippines. We've been asked for a long time, when are you going to start doing your work in the Twin Cities? Because our work is to try to find and to use nonviolent approaches and unarmed means to reduce conflict and deter violence. We started providing some community safety teams at the protests during the Derek Chauvin trial. And so when we think about kind of that global impact, when I think about what I learned at St. Kate's, it really gets back to showing up for people in a genuine way, listening to concerns, trying to find ways of resolving conflict. That idea of that I learned at St. Kate's and that have continued in my career is, I describe it as leading from the heart.
She is an excellent leader. She is a visionary program manager. She is a social justice warrior.